First of all, I never said that.
No.
Don't believe all you read on the internet, guys, all right?
Okay, friends, Taylor's involved in the whole Blake Lively mess again. Let's cover that first, and then we jump into other more pressing matters. We're talking Hollywood stars, text messages, a judge who's not here for the drama but low-key stirring the pot, and Taylor Swift getting name-dropped like she's in a rap beef. So here's the deal. Justin Baldoni just scored a legal win that lets him and his legal eagles dig into the text messages between Blake Lively and her BFF Taylor Swift. Yep, the same Taylor who's been busy conquering the planet with her tour apparently now has her name all over a courtroom in New York again, even though she probably thinks It Ends With Us is just another lyric in her vault. So here's what went down. Blake tried to block Baldoni's team from accessing her convos with Taylor, saying they were being shady and just trying to drag Swift's name into the mess to get media attention. And honestly, she might have had a point. But the judge wasn't buying it. He ruled that if Blake herself said Taylor knew about the sketchy vibes on set, from AB claims to shady behind-the-scenes shenanigans, then those messages are fair game. Apparently, Blake had been raising red flags about the set way back during pre-production and was venting about it in contemporaneous messages. Translation: she was texting her girl T-Swizzle while dodging awkward run-ins with Baldoni and his crew. And since she says Taylor was in the loop, well, now those iMessages might have to do their time in court. Taylor's camp, by the way, is not here for any of it. They've made it crystal clear that Taylor was not part of this film in any way, except for letting them borrow My Tears Ricochet, which now ironically fits this saga's whole vibe. No casting, no directing, no visits to set. She was too busy dominating stadiums worldwide. Moving on, back on planet Earth, Travis is trying to win Best Boyfriend of the Year by planning the ultimate rom-com movie night with Taylor. And no, I'm not talking about some basic Netflix and nap situation. These two are vibing so hard, they might just turn Pretty Woman into their own couples tradition. Apparently, the Kelce brothers were yakking it up on their New Heights podcast, tossing movie titles around like they're curating a film fest, and boom! Up comes the 1990 classic that made Julia Roberts America's sweetheart and Richard Gere every mom's secret crush. Now, Travis casually drops that he and Taylor have had Pretty Woman on their watch list for a hot minute. Like, okay, Romeo, we get it. You're romantic and you have taste. Rumor has it this isn't just any chill night at home. The man's got snacks lined up, mood lighting prepped, and probably a whole charcuterie board shaped like a football. Because nothing says let's unwind like watching Julia Roberts slay in thigh-high boots while you're snuggled up next to the most powerful pop star on the planet. Of course, the brothers also joked about maybe watching Wild Wild West, which, like, sir, are you okay? That movie was chaos in a cowboy hat.
I mean, I don't think I've seen Pretty Woman.
Pretty Woman. I think I actually saw this not too long ago.
What about Wild Wild West?
I mean,
I think it's secretly a great movie that people have just decided to shit on.
1 minute it's mechanical spiders. Next minute you're wondering if Will Smith has regrets, and spoiler alert, he does. But hey, if Taylor can survive internet lawsuits and world tours, she can survive one night of 90s sci-fi gone wrong. Anyway, if this movie night actually happens, we can already see the tweets. Swifties will be breaking down her snack choices like it's the Zapruder film. And Travis, he'll probably be grinning ear to ear, thinking he's got the perfect mix of touchdowns and tearjerkers. But speaking of touchdowns and total chaos, the Kelce fam just took things from cute to completely unhinged, and it's all thanks to a tattoo that's now permanently living on someone's skin like an inked fever dream. So picture this. A Giants fan named Lauren made a bet, lost that bet, and now has a whole tattoo of Jason Kelce in nothing but socks, cleats, shoulder pads, and a strategically placed Eagles mascot covering the goods.
What's even
Jason,
on?
do you wear this for Kylie at home?
This is wild.
I mean, this is
how does somebody
fucking art right here.
How does somebody come up with this?
If you're ever in this stance, I would imagine this is what you look like.
That's right. Swoop is moonlighting as a fig leaf. Now enter Ed Kelce, proud papa and unwilling participant in this visual horror show. He hops on the New Heights podcast, hears about the tattoo, and reacts like any dad would when his grown son is immortalized half naked on someone else's thigh. Pure disbelief, followed by something that rhymed with ducking loony. Honestly, Ed looked like he needed a bleach rinse for his brain. Jason, meanwhile, is not even mad. In fact, he's kinda into it. He's admiring the tattoo like it's Renaissance art, saying he thinks the artist actually did him a solid. Sir, it's a cartoon of you in jock gear. Let's pump the brakes on the ego. Travis, never one to pass up a chance to troll his big bro, throws in that it's the best Jason's ever looked. And listen, considering Jason usually rocks the dad who just finished mowing the lawn aesthetic, he might not be wrong.
No. Did somebody actually do that? No, this is a bet that somebody lost, and they have this tattooed permanently onto their
Permanently?
forearm.
That's not a henna?
No.
And that's a cringeworthy.
Cringe?
The real cherry on top? Travis wondering if Jason struts around in that getup for Kylie at home. Jason claps back instantly, asking what Travis would look like as a pinup, and boom! The New Heights crew actually delivers. Now somewhere out there, there's probably an artist sketching a fantasy football calendar featuring both Kelce bros in ridiculous poses, and honestly, would buy. But the Kelce circus doesn't stop at shirtless tattoos and fantasy calendars. Now we've got Mama Kelce packing her bags and heading to the Traitors, and no one seems more confused about it than good old Papa Ed. So there they were, the Kelce brothers vibing on New Heights yesterday when Jason casually dropped the bomb that Donna is joining the Scottish Castle of Chaos. Travis immediately panicked like he'd just leaked Pentagon files, while Ed straight up short-circuited. The man clearly had gotten the keep your mouth shut memo from Donna herself because he instantly looked like a deer in the headlights with a gag order. Jason tried to get Ed to guess how well Donna might do on the show, and Ed was basically like, "What show? What's happening? Where am I?" The man didn't know if she was solving crimes, baking scones, or surviving in the wilderness. Jason broke down the whole premise. Mafia-style lies, candlelit suspicion, dramatic gaslighting, and Ed just threw up his hands with a classic, "No freaking clue." Honestly, he reacted like someone had handed him a Snapchat filter and asked him to code it. Donna, on the other hand, is thriving. She's already hyping it up like she's about to walk into that castle wearing a crown and a trench coat. She reposted clips from the podcast to her Instagram stories with a confident, "Mama is in it to win it." Like, okay, queen, give us the drama we deserve. Meanwhile, Travis has said Jason would crush the game, and Jason immediately shut that down, saying he'd be the first one booted. Apparently, he tried playing Mafia once on Mount Kilimanjaro and got voted off so fast it still haunts his dreams. The man couldn't even bluff through a card game without turning into a human lie detector test.
Dad, Mom's in Traitors.
What? No, we can't say this.
Oh, it's public. It's public.
Rumored.
I was lectured by your mother not to talk about it. Chances of
winning.
what?
Of winning.
Winning
Do you
what?
understand? Do you
don't know.
understand
You
what
know
No, I have
Traitors
no
is?
idea what she's
Okay.
doing.
Travis still believes Jason's brutal honesty could be his superpower, but Jason thinks it'll get him metaphorically executed by episode 2. Meanwhile, Travis is dodging ambushes not from fake traitors in a Scottish castle, but from real-life sneaky fans in the wild. So here's what went down. The man was just trying to live his best life, probably mid-sip of an overpriced smoothie or vibing through some quality family time, when some undercover Spielberg decided to whip out the phone and start recording him like a squirrel sighting in Central Park. Low angle, stealth mode, zero chill. Travis clocked it immediately, and instead of throwing hands or flipping a table Real Housewife style, he pulled the classiest move possible, a silent nope, turned around, and moonwalked right out of the frame like a king who values his peace. No drama, no words, just boy. Bye. Now let's be real. Kelce isn't exactly living in obscurity. He's dating Taylor Swift. He's got Super Bowl rings, and his face is probably on someone's phone lock screen right now. But just because he's used to the spotlight doesn't mean he wants to be stalked like a jungle cat when he's off duty. There's a huge difference between OMG can I get a selfie and let me hide behind this potted plant and film him eating fries. Sources say he didn't make a fuss because, well, he gets that fans are excited, but sneak filming someone like they're a wildlife documentary subject? That's a no. If the fan had just come up like a normal human and asked for a pic, who knows? Maybe Kelce would have hit him with a grin, a peace sign, maybe even a dad joke. But now, all they got was his back and a masterclass in setting boundaries. So next time you spot an NFL superstar just tryna vibe, maybe cool it with the James Bond tactics. Respect goes further than your iPhone zoom. That's all for this video. See you next time.